Well, the Nothing Phone 1, the most hyped phone of 2022, and we already did an overview video, what features you get, what works. But in this video, we have used the device for about 1 month or more than that, and yes, after the most special update. The OT update is special because it comes with a 1000 rupees price hike, the most costliest update in the smartphone industry ever. On a serious note, by the end of this video, you will have a clear idea of whether you should buy the Nothing Phone 1 or not. All the quality issues, bugs, we'll talk about all of it. Now, before we get to the video, I have some really good news to share with you. Currently, we are hiring for 4 new positions, but there are 2 important things you should look out for. Number 1, the job is in Delhi NCR. It is no work from home. Number 2, we are looking for people with industry experience, so no freshers as of now. And how to apply and for all the details, you can check in the first link in the description. And we are excited to work with you guys. And of course, this is a practical review rather than just specs. Here, let's start with things that I like. Number 1, I like the Glyph interface. I mean, this light on the back is the Glyph interface, and initially it had lots of features like when you set a ringtone, there's this blink, apps have different notifications, etc, but I only used it for one purpose, flip to Glyph. I just turn my phone like this and it goes to silent mode. There's 2 blinks, and now it's very hard to know which app is sending you notification. But when there's a call, there is this blink and it's easy to even catch it from far away. Now you'd be like, Prateek, even a notification LED can do that, and plus it is colorful, it has RGB. Well, yes, that also blinks, but that doesn't look cool. This looks cool. Another use would be to take macro photos. You can light up this Glyph lights to take good macro photos. It really takes good macro photos. It uses the same 50 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. The light is strong enough to be used in dark situations for photos and videos. Also, I've noticed there's very slight dust particles inside the panel, like 1 or 2, and the lights have become more yellowish after use. So this design has small problems. So let's see how it goes in like 6 to 7 months. Number 2, I like the main camera. Like, you get a 50 megapixel main sensor, and this is the same sensor which is used in 30,000 to 50,000 phones. And it takes very natural photos. Like, it has a bit of contrast at times, but it takes good photos. Although it is inconsistent, like 7 out of 10 times it takes good photos. We even compared it with the new Pixel 6a, and here's the video. It had the same story. It's inconsistent, but pictures come out really good. Like this photo of me, it looks so close to natural with a bit of contrast. Another one. And even this food photo, these all looked really good to me. Rest, the selfie camera, ultra wide angle camera, video, we'll talk about it in just a moment. Now, I liked the display. Now, the most controversial thing in the phone is the display. You get a 120Hz 6.55-inch 10-bit OLED display. Now, it sounds flagship, right? Well, nothing earlier promised that it had 1200 nits of brightness. For people who don't know, nits is a measurement of brightness. But people never got it. So, after some days, they changed the website specs back to 700 nits. And nothing officially said that the display hardware is capable of 1200 nits, but it is locked by software to 700 nits for heat and battery management. So now imagine you buy an electric scooter and the company advertises that the top speed of the scooter is 80 km per hour. But once you buy it, they say no, actually top speed is 80 km per hour, but we have locked it by software to 60 km per hour. How would you feel about that? So in real life, the brightness looks a bit low outdoors. You won't have problem in morning or evening, but in peak afternoon sun, it gets a bit hard to see. Rest, display quality is excellent. Lately, I was watching The Indian Predator on Netflix, quite a good show if you want. And I compared it with other phones in this price segment like Google Pixel 6a or Samsung A73. And if you see, it's definitely better than Pixel 6a and on par with Samsung A73, and these are both 40,000 phones. So you will enjoy watching movies, Netflix on this. Rest, people had some green tint issue in the display. Well, that happens with all OLED displays in low light. It's their nature, but it's not a major issue. And with this issue, actually starts the things I didn't like about the Nothing Phone 1. Number 1, bugs and quality control issues. See, it is clean stock Android, it works smoothly, there is no bloatware, but clean stock Android doesn't mean there won't be bugs in the phone. Sometimes when I flip the phones and like 1 to 2 out of 100 times, it doesn't go on silent mode and still there is a ringtone. It's very hard to show on camera, but happened with me enough times that I had to talk about it. Also in dark mode, whenever I use Twitter, it has this pink trail when I scroll. See here, you can see the pink trail even more in this photo. it's more visible. And it's not the display fault. It doesn't happen with any other app like Google Chrome or Gmail. It happens only with Twitter. Also, sometimes when I remove the phone from my pocket, the fingerprint disappears for a while. Or when I'm unlocking the phone after a long time, the fingerprint doesn't show up, and it happens daily. And about 2 out of 10 times, the fingerprint won't unlock the phone in one go. And I heard a podcast of Nothing founder, and he said they didn't want to give too many features so that the user doesn't understand. I agree. 100%, but some of the features could be straightforward, like you have different mobile data and Wi-Fi icon, but when you tap on it, you have to again tap and turn off Wi-Fi. Now I like that they gave you option to enlarge icons, so most used apps like WhatsApp, Twitter, I just enlarge it so they can be opened in a single tap. I use it every day, I like it. And it's not like other phones don't have bugs. Even the iPhone Pixels have bugs, but these bugs kind of make the experience not so good. And good thing is the company is pushing updates every time to fix these issues. So hopefully, bugs might get fixed. Number 2, ultra wide angle and video is very inconsistent. The ultra wide angle camera is very inconsistent. Like it sounds like 50 megapixel camera, but there aren't enough details. Plus, Nothing pushed an update to fix the color difference between main and ultra wide angle camera. And as you can see, that still exists. And hold on, I've come out. Let me show you this. I'll take photo of this box. Let me do it 2x because it will be cropped, same like the video. And now let me switch to video mode and I'll take a video of the same box. And now you can see the video is a bit boosted. Like we'll put on here side by side and you can see the difference between photo and the video. This is still manageable, but apart from the main camera, rest selfie and ultra wide angle are okay-ish. Now, before we conclude, you do get some premium features like wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, which is not present in this price range. You even get IP53 rating, which means it can handle rain and small splash of water. Not many phones have it in this price range. The rest you get all important 5G bands. 4G plus carrier aggregation is very solid. I had no call or network issues, so that is there. Rest, the phone is not that big and not that small. The weight and phone is average. I like the battery life. Even in medium to heavy usage, it will easily last one day. Also, Nothing is a very new smartphone brand. So a lot of you had questioned how is the service center experience. See, although the phone is good, but you might not know the back glass breaks or the display breaks of accidental fall. So how is the overall experience? Well, we called the Nothing service center.
अगर ग्लास बैक रिपेयर करना है तो कितना कॉस्ट होगा?
सर 2100-2200 रुपए के अप्रॉक्स।
और फ्रंट का डिस्प्ले
5600 के अप्रॉक्स।
ओके, और 3 से 4 दिन में मिल जाएगा ना मेरे को फोन बनवा के?
3 से 4 दिन, हाँ सर, अप्रॉक्स इतना ही टाइम लगता है।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।
And as far as I've seen over the internet, the overall Nothing service center experience is positive, but please be aware, this is our experience. It might change with service center in your place or in your city. So, is the Nothing Phone 1 worth the hype? Well, in the Nothing founder's own words, the hype is a bit too much, like it's just a phone. Now, removing all that aside, a 33,000 Nothing Phone 1 is still a bit of a premium phone for the price. It is not the most value for money specs wise, but the main camera, software, performance, the looks are all like 7 out of 10, but the hype made it seem like 9 out of 10. It's not the best phone out there at that price, but if you're looking for a different looking phone, a premium looking phone, Nothing Phone 1 is a good option. I would recommend it. But there are quality control issues. So here's all the issues that happened. Number 1, dust in back panel. Number 2, light strip coming out. Number 3, fogging in the lens. Number 4, dead pixel in display. Check for these issues once you get the device and get it immediately replaced so you don't face issues later on. And remember, it's the first phone from a company. I believe it needs a bit of polishing in the second generation and they couldn't have made a better phone than this in the first time. But you buy the product, not the company, so none of your business. This is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew, pew.